What's up, everyone? Welcome to the No Cap Space. I'm Tyler, joined by Shawnee and Greer, and we have a special guest today, which means we're officially moving into the luxury tax. The SEC regular season champion, undefeated with South Carolina in the regular season, Te-Hina Paopao is joining us in the No Cap Space today. Te-Hina, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. I'm excited to do this today with you guys.
So let's kind of just get rolling. Obviously, senior night has come and gone now. Just in general, your family showed out. First off, y'all pulled up deep, which is seemingly a theme with your family. Uh, it's just kind of take me through the emotions of the day, how great it was having that many people there representing you and your family, and just kind of take us through how was senior night.
Yeah, no, shout out to my family. They always come through for me. They're always on the road games. They come to the road games, come to home games. So it's just amazing feeling to always have them and have their support there. And yesterday was a great day. Senior day is always special to me and always something to look forward to. But it was just a great day, great atmosphere. My teammates made it so much fun. The fans made it fun. And it was just an emotional and great day to have, to be surrounded with people that genuinely love you and just want to see you be successful and support you and just love you on a daily basis.
Yeah, one part that I thought was super cool about the day was actually after the game when we saw Dawn rocking the lei that your family gifted to her. I just kind of want to ask you about that, both about the significance of that gift to her and how is your relationship with Dawn from the beginning of the season when you first arrived in South Carolina to now. How has that developed over the course of the season?
Yeah, no, being late in our culture is very important. It's just a sign of respect, sign of family, that you're part of our family. Um, and it's just something that we wanted to do for her and the coaching staff because they meant so much to me and my family. And we just wanted to show our love and support to them by doing that. And it was a great sight to see that she wore it during the press conference. And I know my family was very psyched to see that. So it was a great feeling to be able to just lay her and just be able to show her that we have so much love and respect for her and what she's done to help our family and myself included. And our relationship has grown a lot since the summer, and it's been such a smooth transition from day one. So just being able to learn from someone like her and someone who's just been around the program and around basketball for such a long time is a great person to be with, and just be able to pick her brains about the little stuff about being a point guard, offense and defense. And it's just something that I care about a lot. And she's been awesome from day one.
That's dope.
Now, speaking of culture, you and I had a conversation a while back where you said, Polynesian culture, y'all are kind of known for football. Your uncle coaches at Miami. He's a Lions coach. Shout out to the U.
Oh, brother.
Had to do it. Had to do it. What is it like for you knowing that, like, you're kind of one of the premier basketball names? Like, you're one of the new OGs, so to speak. Like, what has that sunk in yet?
It has, ever since I came to SC. You know, you don't see many Polynesians in the South, especially for basketball and all over the nation. So just being able to be one of those inspirations to little girls that look like me is just amazing feeling to have, especially with Alyssa Peely balling out at Utah, and Talia at Oregon State. And, you know, we're also known for softball as well. And
Mm-hmm.
just be able to have those different type of inspirations in different sports, it brings a lot to our culture, a lot of attention. And I'm just really blessed to be able to be part of that culture and just bring that younger generation to know that, hey, you can do this as well. And that they can always hit me up and know that I can be one of those leaders that they can talk to.
And you touched on that a little bit, like, you're kind of the lone representative, this side of the Mississippi. What is that like
Yeah.
for you?
It's been great. I mean, just being able to be the Samoan, knowing that, you know, you guys have never heard of Samoan or Polynesian descent, and knowing that I think I'm one of Dawn's first Polynesian hoopers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of amazing feeling to have, and knowing that they're still learning about it. They know about lays and my culture, and knowing that we're gonna roll deep no matter where the game's at, and that they know that everyone's gonna show up every time. So it's just an amazing feeling to have, and knowing that my culture is known to be very togetherness, and knowing
Mm-hmm.
that I care about family dearly to my heart.
So
Speaking
save
of
some seats.
culture, you guys started the season off in Paris, France, playing Notre Dame, right? I mean, you've played in like big atmospheres, but playing in Europe is like that's global, right?
Mm-hmm.
So can you talk about how this team is different now from early November, and it's March? How has this team changed? How has this team grown in your eyes?
This team has grown a lot. I mean, individually, you got Lay working hard on both sides of the ball. You got Ash becoming more of a vocal leader. She's always been quiet ever since I met her. So now she's becoming a vocal leader, and Mila just being who she is, being dominant, and Raven just coming, coming into her own stuff, and Breezy just, doing what she does and just getting better at it. And the freshmen are always going to get better. They're learning that it's a team sport and that you got to sacrifice a lot in order to be who we are. Obviously, we're the number one team in the country, and that is by discipline and being a team and knowing that we're going to have to sacrifice little things here and there, and knowing that the main goal is to win a championship and the main goal is also to win. So we've grown a lot individually, but we play together really well. And we're still working on the practice part. I know, I'm sure you guys heard about practices. That's hard. We're still working on that part, but when it's game time, everyone just locks in and is just focused on the main thing, and that's to win.
So I do kind of want to ask, I guess, kind of going back to the beginning of the season, we talked about the Paris game. What was, because coming into the season, obviously there was a lot of turnover from the prior year for South Carolina. And I mean, you guys were still ranked preseason in the top 10. So there was obviously respect there to a point, but there was question marks about who was going to do what, how was this going to fit, things of that nature. For you guys as a team, how was your kind of mentality coming into this season? Was there a matter of trying to figure out the gelling of the team, or what was kind of the thought process coming into the season and going into that game in Paris?
Honestly, coming into the season, it was kind of shaky, just how everyone was new to the team. Everyone didn't really know each other, didn't really play with each other, and just everyone, it was just question marks everywhere. But every day, everyone wanted to come in with the mindset that, hey, we need to get better, and that we're in this together, whether we like it or not, and that we need to commit to trusting each other, knowing that we need to trust the process. And that first game, it was a shocker for sure. I'm sure me and other people did not believe that we was gonna be this good and look like that in the first game out. So it was just a shocker knowing that, hey, that work paid off, and that chemistry, that trust it's gonna build from day one, and it's been building, and it's still in the works, but we're still gonna keep our heads high and just keep working and work towards that goal.
And kind of expanding that out, because I was at the game yesterday. I'm a Gamecock fan, Columbia native. One of the things about this team, I was like, I have no idea what's going to happen from game to game. I have no idea what's going to happen this season, but we're going to be entertaining, and it's going to be a fun ride. If we had gone back to right before that Paris game and said, like, in March, y'all are going to be undefeated heading into the SEC tournament, would y'all have believed us?
Yeah,
Ooh,
sure.
I like that.
I would have believed y'all. If y'all would have told us we would have been undefeated, I'd believe it, because it may not look like it in the summer, but we trusted the process, trusted the coaching staff is going to help us get to who we need to be and need to be disciplined. And I would believe y'all.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
I want to talk about the preparation that you're alluding to with the coaching staff, right? So they put you guys in positions to succeed all season long. Dawn is a coach who has a rap as being like a player's coach, but not as much, or like she isn't getting as much respect of like being prepared for every single
like X's and O's and those
right?
type of things. Yeah.
So this is your first year playing for her. What have you learned from Dawn Staley about preparation and X's and O's?
First of all, she has great penmanship. I don't care what anyone she reminds me a lot of Becky Hammond. I think they're very similar with how they draw plays and get people in the right spots and getting their players into the right spots. But her preparation is like none other. I mean, she knows what she wants. She's gonna get it done. And her her X's and O's are just out of this world. And I learned so much from her, just how she draws up the plays and knowing that she's gonna get this player into the right spot, and how she makes adjustments mid-game and like things like that. And people just don't realize how much she puts work into that, and knowing that this player is going to be open because it's how she sees the game. And it's just crazy to me how she can put people in the right spot and knowing that it's going to be open. So she made a great adjustment last night. And so just seeing that game on every day is just it's just awesome.
How fun is it when you have a head coach that is one of the greatest point guards of all time? Like, I feel like as a point guard, that has to just be like like just having this kind of like infinite knowledge spring that just can consistently pour into you throughout the course of the season. How fun has that been, just working one on one with her and kind of in that same way, the X's and O's, but also just in general as a point guard and kind of what all goes into playing that position for this team?
No, she's a great mentor, and especially in that point guard position, and playing with a big like Camilla helps a lot with that as well. And just knowing that point guards need to know the team, needs to know the other team, and know their strengths and weaknesses. And you just gotta know everything about the game. And she's done a great job with pouring into that with me and Raven, and knowing that, hey, like you got to put this person in this position. You know, if this person can't catch the ball, then you can't really. You got to give her easier basket. You got to find this open person. You know how where they like the ball, and like you just got to figure out things. And she's done a great job with how we can do that and how we can separate ourselves from different point guards. And you just got to ask the right questions and just be able to pick her brain about those little things, because those little details matter, especially in tight games. And you just got to know your players inside and out. And it's just, she's been pouring, you know, like I said earlier, with she's been pouring her knowledge into me and Raven, and it's been a great ride and a great journey. And it's been so fun learning from her. She's just an open book with so much knowledge.
Yeah,
you were a coveted player in the transfer portal, you know, this past season. So what like how did South Carolina convince you that this is where you wanted to continue your collegiate career?
South Carolina. When you hear the,
I'm about to say that's probably not too hard of a sell. Like
that's a no-brainer. And then with South Carolina comes with Coach Staley, so, and her program and her resume. So that, I mean, that already sealed the deal. But just being able to talk to them and knowing that what you see on media about her is what you get in person. Like, it's just so authentic, so genuine. And her coaching staff have done a great job with making this feel like home and making me feel like family. And that's what I was looking forward to. And just being part of a program that's all about winning, no matter how you get it done.
And we got a Bojangles. Like, why would you have Bojangles? You know,
I try to stay away from the Bojangles, the snack food, all that stuff, the seafood. I try to stay away from that stuff.
I get it. I get it. Kind of backing up to that last question, you touched on it a little bit. Was there a moment in a game at the beginning of the season where Dawn made an adjustment or she called a play and you saw it unfold to the point where you like, yo, she really does this? Like, I know y'all bought in, but like, was there that moment where it became clear as day, like, yeah,
like she's one of them ones, like,
ones.
Yeah.
That dated back to summer. I mean, it wasn't in the game. She does it in practice. So she likes to pick up little things, and like she likes to test little plays with us to see how we can execute it. And she's just awesome with that penmanship, and people just sleep on it, which is so crazy to me. But she's been doing it ever since I've been here. She does it during practice, during games, like making mid-game adjustments, and it works every time. And we just have to be disciplined enough to execute it.
And to Greer's question, you know, there were some discussions, internet discussions, but discussions nonetheless about, you know, would you fit with this South Carolina team and what they had going on coming in? What did you, I know it was going to be like a new roster and, you know, new game plan and stuff like that, but like, what were you seeing and how did you think you were going to fit? And then like, what did Dawn tell you, you know, in terms of what your fit would be from an X's and O's standpoint?
Well, you know, previously a lot of the internet, excuse me, was saying how
no, it's okay. You're good.
We saw the chatter.
We got receipts. It's okay. It's okay. We're with you.
Yeah, all them bookmarked. Yeah.
Oh. Y'all are in Te-Hina Paopao's bookmarks. It's official. But going into it though, what was the fit? What was kind of Dawn Staley's pitch on that? What were you kind of imagining your fit being with South Carolina making your way over?
Yeah, as you know, the previous year, everyone was just lack of shooting. Like they didn't have shooters. So obviously everyone was hyped about me coming in, becoming a shooter, and I just didn't want to be only known as a shooter. So it was just coming in. She told me in the meeting, like, you're going to come in and compete. Like, there's no guaranteed roster spot. There's no guaranteed you're going to start. There's no guaranteed you're going to play. So that's that's what made my mind up, is that she's going to challenge me and I'm going to want to compete because, I'm going to compete. Like I'm going to compete.
Mhm.
So I just wanted something that could challenge me, and I want to be playing against the best of the best. And so she just told me that, hey, you're going to compete for everything. Nothing's going to get given and you're going to have to earn it. So whatever that is, you're just going to have to get in, and knowing that you're going to help this team and I want you to come play for me. And that meeting is just blew my mind open, and knowing that I could be potentially one of the best in the nation and on the best team, and knowing that whatever I'm going to do, I want to do to help this team win. And from X's and O's standpoint, it wasn't really that standpoint. It was just, you're going to come in and compete, and she's always going to find a way. That's one thing about Coach, is that she's going to find a way to get everyone to follow the regimen and be disciplined. And as she always says, the standard is the standard, and she's going to make sure that everyone follows that to the T.
She got the bars off too. You got the bookmarks and the bars.
Yeah.
The standard is the
Yeah.
standard. The bookmarks. You've been peeping everything.
Oh, go ahead here.
So yeah, it's been months now, and you're in South Carolina, contributing comfortably to this juggernaut that is the #1 team in the country. How's your game grown now that you've been a part of Dawn's system in this program?
Yeah, no, it's grown a lot. I'm still improving on my passing ability. That's one thing that she's always talked to me about from the beginning, is that my passing ability. I mean, I'm making the right reads. It's just the ball's not getting to where it needs to be. And just slowing my game down. I think playing with a lot of these type of athletes and knowing that they're really athletic. I don't got to play at their pace, but I just have to play at my pace, and knowing that you just got to have the game be slowed down, and being able to find the right read and getting the right people open, and just playing with a point guard like Raven. She makes this job so much fun, and knowing that I can learn from her and she can learn from me. And so it's just a backcourt that's very scary, and I'm very blessed to be able to play with someone like her. But it's been really fun knowing that my passing is still improving, and defense. Oh my gosh, I should touch on that.
Let's talk about it. Let's touch on that a little bit.
Dawn's gonna make you guard. She's gonna make you play defense whether you like it or not. And coming into the program, I knew that's what I was gonna have to do, is move my puppies, even if I didn't want.
Wait, is
Even
that
if I didn't
exactly what
want
she
to, she
said,
was
or is
gonna
that
make
your
me-
phrasing?
She was gonna make me sit in a chair and guard, and that's something I have improved on greatly. And yeah, it's been a fun ride.
Who says move
On that side
your
of the ball.
puppies? Is that you, or did she say, like, verbatim, you have to move your puppies?
Oh, that's me. That's
Okay.
I have bars of my own, please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
I just want to know where to give
You got the
credit.
standard. We got the puppies over here. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
From
it's
day
funny.
one, I knew if I was gonna come to South Carolina, I was gonna have to move my puppies, and it's been since day one. So
I love that. Put that on a t-shirt or something. Move the puppies. I love it. I am curious. You mentioned some of the stuff that Dawn does in practice and everything, but we've now seen in multiple editions kind of South Carolina basketball that Dawn obviously has a system here that works, that contributes to winning in championship caliber basketball. For you, on a kind of just day-to-day basis, is there anything in particular that kind of sticks out as what works in this system for South Carolina that allows them consistently to have this type of success, no matter kind of what roster is looking like?
just people who want to sacrifice the little things. I know a lot of us are talented. We can start on a lot of teams. We can score a lot of points on a lot of teams in the nation, and it's just a lot of sacrificing we all have to do to give into a team that is so spectacular, and just a team that just wants to win and genuinely love each other. And that's from day one, that coach is like all about winning. No matter how she gets it done, she's all about winning. So she's gonna put out 5 that wants to win and wants to compete and wants to challenge each other. And it's just a fun group to play with. I mean, she's gonna make you guard and and do stuff like that, but she's gonna make her team wants to do what she wants to get done. And a big part of what she does is discipline. Like I said earlier, standard is standard, and no matter what you're gonna do, no matter if you're 5-star or 1-star, you're gonna listen, and you're gonna be disciplined enough to listen and be part of a program that is all about winning, no matter how it gets done, no matter if you're gonna play a certain amount of minutes, no matter if you're gonna score these many points or get these, many stats on the stat sheet, which everyone looks at nowadays. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you're either in the W column or you're in the L column, and everyone wants to be part of that W column.
You got bars today.
There's
Hold
a lot
on.
right now.
Hold on. There's a whole lot of W's in that column this year too. Oh my goodness.
You talked about statistics and putting the ball in the hoop,
Yeah.
right? You are shooting basically 50% from the 3-point line right now. Do you think that you've always been that kind of shooter and it's just kind of showing right now? Or did you, like really put in the work so that, like that was a need for South Carolina coming in and you wanted to be the one who got it done?
I haven't always been a shooter, but I've always been shooting at a pretty decent percentage. That also counts to whether it's taking a bad shot or a good shot. And that's one of the things I've also improved on here is knowing when to shoot the ball and knowing when to find the right person. And I know people talk about statistics, percentages, but me, it's about taking the best shot for our team. And I know it's like not taking as many threes, but those are good threes. Those are threes that I'm comfortable with. Those are threes that my team needs. And even if I shoot, not as many threes as, the Caitlin Clarks or those, 3-point shooters are shooting a lot of threes, but at the same time, I want to be that shooter that they can count on in those games, and knowing that I'm going to take the best possible shot for the team, and knowing that I'm going to take shots that they're ready for, that they're ready to rebound for, and knowing that I'm not going to take unexpected 3-pointers or like, I shoot the shots that I shoot in practice, they're going to expect that in the game. So I'm going to shoot the good shots and not the bad shots that, that are very unexpected.
Again, like I said, Columbia fan or Gamecock fan, Columbia native, playing in front of sold out crowds on a regular basis, does that add any pressure, or or is it like, no, I'm ready for this, this is what I dreamed of?
Man, the Gamecock Nation here, man, they're just so fun. They're always gonna show out, they're always gonna roll deep, is one thing I found out. Paris felt like a home game. There was so many Gamecock fans there. That definitely felt like a home game, but knowing that they're gonna roll deep and just how much they genuinely love their women's basketball team is such a great sight to see and play in front of. And that makes us play harder for them, because knowing that they're, one of the greatest fan bases in the nation, you just want to play harder for them, and knowing that they're going to support you whether you win or lose.
I am interested, obviously, came from the West Coast. Has there been any type of culture shock at all getting to South Carolina? Is there anything that's kind of stuck out, whether it be food or anything kind of around that's kind of been a bit of a culture shock for you with the transfer?
Definitely the food.
Yeah.
A lot of fried food. A lot of fried food. I try to stay away from that, but it's delicious food. Coming from Oregon and then coming here, there's a lot more diversity, a lot more culture, and just being able to be around people that, are generally fun to be with. And I just have to say the food. The food's been awesome, and I just try to stay away from it. But postseason, after season, I will be eating a lot of grub.
What's on your list?
Yeah,
where are you going first?
I don't know yet. I still have to figure that out, but definitely fried food and then seafood.
We'll get you some recommendations. We'll put it out there. We'll get you a list to hit up. Te-Hina, we can't not ask about the WNBA draft and how that process has kind of been going for you. Is there any type of timeline on a decision, and how has those conversations gone both with your family and presumably the coaching staff when it comes to making a decision like that when it comes to entering the draft?
Yeah, no, as you all know, I'm a family-oriented person, so there's been lots of talks with my family and the coaching staff, because we all want to be on the same page, the same loop. So there has been a lot of talk on it. There's no timeline. I'm just taking one day at a time and just locking in for the NCC tournament. And we're just getting ready for that. So there isn't really a timeline for it. Just taking one day at a time and knowing that it's going to come to me, and just going to take my time.
Yeah, I mean, fair. It's, I guess it's kind of sort of a major decision,
Yeah.
understandable a little bit, we're going to end off here with some rapid fire. Because we got some South Carolina superlatives for you. Talking about your teammates here. Okay, I just got a list of questions. First teammate that comes to mind on these answers, all right? Okay, here we go.
You're scaring me.
First off, there's nothing to be nervous about. Don't worry. Don't worry. These are easy. Who's on
Okay.
Ox?
Oh, wow. I'm gonna say me. No, it's Te-Hina.
Oh no. Wait, hold on. What's on your playlist though? If you're gonna be on Ox, what
I
you
got
what?
different genres, you know. Not a lot of people have different genres. They only
Mhm.
listen to rap, so I gotta, I gotta play some R&B, some
Okay.
R&B, some rap, everything. I gotta play everything.
Who's been your most listened to recently? What genre?
I've been listening a lot about Marley. It's been a lot of reggae.
Mm,
Good
Okay.
vibes. I
Okay.
love it.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works. That works. Okay, next up, funniest on the team.
Raven.
Raven? Okay.
Funny, haha,
Yeah.
or funny, weird, because both, honestly.
She's both. She's
Okay.
both.
Both.
Yeah, I gotta give her both.
Who has the best Coach Staley impression?
Probably Fagin.
Oh, okay. Did she get the paper rolled up?
Yeah, she's
Got
she's
to.
like-
Got to.
she's really good at impressions.
Okay, best shoe game on the team.
Lay or Fagin. Yeah,
Mm.
Best singer.
none of them.
Who
Is that an
Okay.
option?
Yeah, that is an
Yeah,
option, but
who thinks they're the best singer?
Probably Breezy.
Oh man. Okay, last one here. Last show that you watched.
Blacklist.
Ooh. How was that? What would you rate it?
I know the new season, so I'm on that new season right now.
Okay, got it.
Here's
Listen,
the pictures. Okay, I like
yeah,
it.
There we go. There we go. Well, Te-Hina, thank you so much for joining us today in the No Cap Space. You were an absolute joy to interview. We're gonna be tapped in with you all the way through the SEC tournament. Gonna be there with March Madness. We can't wait to see what you and this Game Clock squad can make happen. Y'all are undefeated, so it's just time to keep it rolling at this point. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for having me. It's been so much fun.
All right. Well, make sure y'all stay tapped in across the board with No Cap Space on YouTube, Twitter, Substack, and Playback. You can find all the links down below. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time with the Luxury Tax.